The Las Vegas Raiders were all in on quarterback Matthew Stafford, and just a few days ago, it seemed all but over. His time in LA would be coming to an end. Now, there were two big teams involved in trying to acquire Matthew Stafford from the Rams. That was the New York Football Giants and the Las Vegas Raiders and Pete Carroll. Now, it seemed pretty evident after a day of talking about it that the Raiders were really the only real team that he wanted to play for. The Steelers were interested, the Giants were interested, but Matthew Stafford wasn't interested in them. Now, there was probably a good 24 hours or so that everybody thought Matthew Stafford was going to the Raiders. However, after a day of talking about it, he ended up re-signing and staying, or at least committing to staying with the LA Rams for at least another season, leaving the Raiders quarterback position up for grabs. A lot on the table, a lot of options available for them, but the Raiders have a plan, and this plan is going to change everything. Now, before we dive into some breaking news for the Las Vegas Raiders, let's just go over some potential options for the Raiders, and I want you guys to comment down below which one of these guys do you think would be a perfect fit for the Raiders, right? You can talk about the draft. Do they trade up and get a guy like Cam Ward? Do they wait for Shedeur Sanders? Maybe he falls to them. There's Jackson Dart. There's Will Howard. We got breaking news yesterday that they might be all in on Jalen Milroe, right? So there's plenty of options in the NFL draft if that was the direction that they wanted to head it. However, opposed from that, you have free agency. You have guys that might get traded. And a guy like Sam Darnold is available. He might be the guy. You also have Russell Wilson, a guy who's actually played under Pete Carroll before and already knows his system. And then from there, you have guys like Justin Fields, Marcus Mariota, who both would fit in Chip Kelly's style of offense. But from there, there's not many other options that the Raiders love. Maybe Aaron Rodgers, maybe Daniel Jones, maybe Zach Wilson. But as you can tell, there's options everywhere. And with that being said, we just got some massive news yesterday, right? Appearing confident to move on to JJ McCarthy next season, the Viking must find a trade suitor for Sam Darnold before the franchise tag window closes on March 4th. Guys, that is tomorrow. If Minnesota cannot find a trade partner, they will likely refuse to tag Darnold for that much money and let him walk to what is expected to be a competitive free agency, and the Raiders have a ton of money. And here's a direct quote straight from Pete Carroll. Y'all wondering about timelines and stuff like that. It took us a few years to get to the very top of the last couple of programs I was with. We're starting right now, going for it immediately. We don't have some timeline 5 or 6 years down the road. That's not what we're thinking. We're going to start right now. We've got to go after it and build this team as quickly as we can. Now, when you look at that direct quote, the only player that really comes into my mind, or maybe there's two, Sam Darnold is the best quarterback available outside of Matthew Stafford. Sam Darnold is the guy that can win you football games ASAP. And in my opinion, either him or Russell Wilson would be the best option. I do like Justin Fields a lot too for the system, but if you ask me right now, who do I think should be the Raiders quarterback? It's this guy right here. Sam Darnold not only is good, but he'll lead you to the playoffs. Now, something that's very interesting is it came out a couple of days ago that the Raiders, Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, highly interested in Jalen Milroe, the Alabama quarterback who, yes, has some flaws to him in terms of accuracy, but that is fixable, right? And their plan is to maybe potentially draft a quarterback 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, add a quarterback like Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and develop a guy like Jalen Milroe for the future. Now, in this video, I wanted to break down some film on Sam Darnold to show you exactly what he would be adding. But more importantly, I want to show you exactly why this plan of the Raiders is going to work, man. If they do it correctly, this could be a genius play here by John Spytek, Tom Brady, and Pete Carroll. Now, before we dive into some film, do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button if you want more Raiders videos and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into it. Now, in my opinion, Sam Darnold can make any throw, okay? Look at this play here. We have a too high safety look. The first thing every quarterback needs to do is understand the defense, understand the coverage that they're playing, right? So when you see a guy like Xavier McKinney jump up, okay, now we have one-on-one coverage to the outside, right? This is beautiful. This is what you call a yes-no read for any quarterback. If they like their matchup, they're going to circle yes, and they're going to throw the ball no matter what. So we're going to motion over this tight end. We're going to see a shift from the defense, and we're actually going to see this safety bite up just a little bit. But again, this is our first read. As we snap the ball, that's who we want to look at, right? So boom, ball snap, that's who he looks at. He bites up. First couple of steps are up. That's perfect, right? Now towards the outside, Addison's going to run a stop and go. He wants this guy to bite up. We're going to have a flat over here. We want this guy to turn his back away from the quarterback so it can tell us that this is man-to-man coverage, and that is exactly what happens. Boom, 58 turns his back, McKinney jumps up, and now we go one-on-one coverage to this top side of your screen, and he says, I'm throwing this thing. Now look at the ball placement here. Perfect. Right in his arms, not making his, wide receiver stress for a crazy catch. It's perfect. It's right where it needs to be. And as you progress, as you watch Sam Darnold's film, you're going to notice this guy can make some really, really big time throws. All right, here's another really good play here. First thing we notice, guys, one-eye safety, all right? Whenever we have that one-eye safety look with press man coverage all the way down the line, basically, essentially, right? We love this. Again, yes, no read. We look at our matchups. We say, all right, who do we like the most? Probably our slot right here in Justin Jefferson. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can figure out if this is man or zone by motioning in. Boom. Okay, this is man coverage all day long. All we're going to do is run a quick little fade to the top left of your screen, and Sam Darnold is going to say, all right, yeah, I'm going to throw this ball no matter what. Once he sees this guy kind of follow Jordan Addison, and the safety, right, is so far over the middle of the field that he's not going to be able to get back into the play. Sam throws it, and look at the placement of this football once again, only where his receiver can get it. When is the last time the Raiders had a guy with this type of accuracy, this type of arm talent? Man, it's been a while. Derek Carr was good, but he wasn't great. He had an MVP type of season. Sam Darnold, I'm not saying he's great. He hasn't shown it at a consistent level, but this season, if you get anything like this dude could be a stud. Now, if you guys want me to break down more Sam Darnold film, or Justin Fields, or Russell Wilson, or draft quarterbacks, right? Whoever it may be, let me know in the comments down below. But who do you think would be the best fit for this Raiders team going forward? I personally think Sam Darnold, and then drafting someone in the second, third, fourth round, whoever it may be, I don't really care. But just having someone to develop for the long term, and having Sam Darnold now could be a smart thing to do. Let me know what you guys think. I think it would be huge for them to sign him at a free agency, or if you wanted to play it safe, you can go trade for him now. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next Raiders update.